kindergartners. I hope you guys are having a great day today. My name is Miss Schlor, and today we're going to be working on our Foundations Phonics. We're going to be focusing on our letters and sounds, writing and skywriting some of our letters, and sounding out and stretching out some words to read. As always, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil in order to do some of the activities. So you're going to want to go grab those things before we get started today. And remember, we're going to need all of these, the paper and the pencil, every day, so it's probably best just to have it at the beginning of the video. So before you turn on the video, go grab those materials, and then you'll be ready right away and not waste any time trying to find those things. We're going to go ahead and get started right away. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch out, or we're going to practice our letters and sounds. So I'm going to say the letter and sound. I'm also going to do a motion that goes with the letter and sound. And then when I point at you, that means that it's your turn to say it after me, just like I did. So our first sound is S, snake. C, cat. K. W, wind. W. Z, zebra. Z. J, jug. J. O, octopus. Ah. U, up. I, itch. I. A, apple. A. E, ed. E. And those are all of our letters for today. I hope you guys were able to follow along with me and repeat and do the motions when I pointed at you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to practice skywriting and writing some of our capital letters, because in some of the other videos, we finished all of the lowercase. So now we're going to just work on the capital letters. Remember, those are letters that we start our sentences with and that we start our names with. So we always write our name with a capital letter at the beginning. So it's important that we know how to write all of our lowercase and all of our uppercase letters. So how this is going to work is I'm going to show you how to skywrite it first, and you're just going to watch me. Then we're going to write it together with our paper and pencil. And then at the very end, we're going to skywrite it together, and you're going to try and say the words with me because you've heard it a couple of times and at school. So I want you to try and say those words with me because it helps the letters stick in our brain a little bit better if we can say those words. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember, you're going to watch me first, and then we'll do it together. So our first letter is S, snake. Just watching me first. Point to the skyline, trace back and curve to the plane line, and curve back to the grass line. S, snake. Okay, now you can take your pencil and your paper and you can go ahead and write it with me. And I'll pause in between so you can repeat the words after I say them and copy the motions that I do on your own paper. So we're going to point at the skyline, trace back and curve into the plane line, and curve back to the grass line. S, snake. Okay, awesome job, my friends. You're going to take your super straight arms. Remember, we don't want any T-Rex arms today because then it's hard to tell which lines we're pointing to. So we want big arms with big motions so it can help stick in our brains. So point to the skyline, trace back and curve into the plane line, and curve back to the grass line. S, snake. Great job, my friends. We're going to erase our letter S and move right along to our next letter, which is going to be C, cat, K. Okay, you're just going to watch me skywrite it first. Point to the skyline, fly back on the skyline, and down and around the grass line. C, cat, K. Okay, now go ahead and take your pencil and we will say it together slowly. Point to the skyline, fly back on the skyline, and down and around to the grass line. C, cat, K. Okay, now let's take our super straight arms and try and say the words with me. Point to the skyline, trace back on the skyline, and down and around on the grass line. C, cat, K. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and erase our letter C. And we're going to move on to our next letter, which is J, jug, ja. So you're just going to watch me first. Point to the skyline, go down to the grass line and make a curve. Cross it on the skyline. J, jug, ja. Okay, now let's take our pencils and you can write it along with me. Point to the skyline, go down to the grass line and make a curve. Cross it on the skyline. J, jug, ja. Awesome job. Let's shake our arms out. We don't want them to get too tired. So let's get ready, shake them out, and let's skywrite it. Super straight arms, point to the skyline, go down to the grass line and make a curve. Cross it at the skyline. J, jug, ja. Okay, let's go ahead and erase our letter J, and we have 2 more letters left. I know you guys can do it with me. We're almost there. Our next letter is Z, zebra, Z. Okay, just watch me first. Point to the skyline, make a line, slide back to the grass line, make a line. Z, zebra, Z. Okay, now let's take our pencils and write it together. Point to the skyline, make a line, slide back to the grass line, make a line. Z, zebra, Z. Okay, only 2 more. I know you guys can do it with me. Let's have our super straight arms and say the words with me. Point to the skyline, make a line, slide back to the grass line, make a line. Z, zebra, Z. Okay, my friends, we have 1 more letter left. And the last letter that we have is W, wind, W. Okay, just go ahead and watch me first. Point to the skyline, slide down to the grass line, slide up to the plane line, back down to the grass line, and slide all the way up to the skyline. W, wind, W. Okay, let's take our pencils and go ahead and write it together. Point to the skyline, slide down to the grass line, go up to the plane line, slide down to the grass line, go back up to the skyline. W, wind, W. Okay, my friends, last thing that we're going to do is skywrite it 1 more time. I know your arms are probably a little bit tired, but you can do it with me. Point to the skyline, slide down to the grass line, go up to the plane line, slide down to the grass line, go up to the skyline. W, wind, W. Awesome job, my friends. Let's go ahead and erase that last letter. And you can go ahead and set your pencils down for a second. We're not going to need it for the rest of the video, so go ahead and set it down. Okay, my friends, today we're going to play a new game, and this new game is called Mystery Bag. And inside my bag, I have a few different objects, and these objects have something in common. they have a beginning sound and letter that is the same. And your job is, as I pull out each object, is to figure out what letter do they all start with. And then at the very end, I'm going to tell you to see if you got the letter correct. And then you're going to look around in your home to see if you can find anything that starts with that letter. So I have my mystery bag right here, and I have 5 different objects in it. So your job is to figure out as soon as possible what each one starts with. That is the same. So the first object that I'm going to pull out is scissors. Our first object is scissors. The next object that I'm going to pull out is a straw. A straw. So far we have scissors and straw. We have 3 more objects. The next object that I have is a sock. A sock. So we have scissors, straw, and sock. 2 more objects. The next object that I have is soap. I have some soap. Scissors, straw, sock, and soap. And I have 1 more object in here. And the last object that I have is a strawberry. Okay, so that is everything that is in my mystery bag. So I'm going to tell you all of the objects one more time. We have soap, we have scissors, straw, strawberry, and a sock. So what sound do all of these items make? Think in your head. Okay, so we have strawberry, sock, soap, scissors, straw. All of these objects start with S, snake. Awesome job. I hope you guys were able to figure out my mystery letter with all of my mystery objects today. The next thing that I want you to do is think in your head. You can either look around your house for 10 seconds to find something that starts with the letter S, or you can think of another word that starts with the letter S, snake. So I'm going to count down. You can look for an object or just think of a word. 10, 9, 3, and 0. Come on back, my friends. I hope you were able to think of another object that started with the letter S. I thought of something, I don't have it here with me, but a word that I thought of that started with the letter S was a spoon. So I could have grabbed a spoon to put into our mystery bag because they all start with the sound S. Great job, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed that new game today. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to practice sounding and tapping out some words. So I'm going to build a word. We're going to do the first one together. So we'll tap it out, blend it together, and see if we can figure out what it says. And then we'll keep going with some more words, and you can try it on your own. So our first word is going to start with the letter S. Okay, here is our first word, and we're going to do it together. So your elbow is going to be up and your hand is going to be by your head so you can easily tap it out. We're going to use our fingers to tap our thumb for each of the sounds. So here we go. Ox, fox. Let's do it one more time. Ox, fox. And think in your head, what word did you hear? Okay, our word was fox. Ox, fox. So we're going to move on and we're going to do another one. And your job is to try it on your own. So I'm going to point and you are going to say the sounds on your own this time, and then we'll check it at the end. So our next word is going to start with the letter S. Okay, so I'm going to tap, but I'm not going to use my voice. You are going to try it on your own. Let's do it one more time. Okay, so I want you to think in your head what word you hear. Now let's do it together. Sub. Think in your head one more time. Okay, our word was sub, like a submarine. Okay, we're gonna move along to our third word today. And our third word is going to start with the letter Y. Okay, so I'm going to point and you are going to say the sounds and try and figure out the word. Let's do it one more time. Okay, now think in your head, what could the word be? Okay, now let's do it together. Yet. Yet. Our word was yet, like not yet. Awesome job, my friends. I hope you guys are trying your very hardest to read these words. Our next word is going to start with the letter N. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tap and you are going to say the sounds. One more time. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to try and figure out what the word says. Okay, now let's say it together. Nap. Our word was nap, like I like to take naps. Awesome job, my friends. We are going to do one more word today, and I want you to try your very, very hardest to try and read it on your own. And this word is going to start with the letter K. Okay, I'm going to tap it and you are going to say the sounds. Let's do it one more time. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to figure out what the word says. Okay, now let's do it together. Kit. Our word was kit, like I have a kit with me. Awesome job, my friends. If you would like to practice this more, you can ask your moms or dads for a 3-letter word and you can try and tap it out and read it on your own. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Zhang and I am a kindergarten teacher at Silver Lake Elementary School within Federal Way. I am super happy that you have joined me for our kindergarten math lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, boys and girls, let's start with our calendar talk, and I am going to share our calendar. All right, so we are still in the same month, and so if anyone remembers what month it is, go ahead and shout it out if you can. If you remember, it's one of the ones that starts with a J, a capital J, and it's one of our summer months. It is the month of July. Nice job if you were able to say that. Yes, we are in the month of July still. We are actually in the last month of July. So if you notice, our month ends right here, this number 31. So we are in the last week of July. It is not the 31st yet. So do not worry, July is not over yet. All right, so that being said, we are on the first day of our weekdays, because yesterday was Sunday right here. Who remembers what comes after Sunday? After Sunday comes Monday. So we are here on a Monday. And then I don't know if you remember what specific number of July we are in, but if you actually just follow Monday down on our calendar, it will lead us all the way to the last Monday of July. It is, does anyone know what number that is? 27. Nice job. A 2 and a 7. 27. So we are on the 27th day of July. So our full date is Monday, July 27th. All right. And so what I was saying earlier is yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. And then what comes after Monday? What's the day that comes after Monday? Always comes after Monday. Tuesday. So tomorrow is going to be Tuesday. All right, that was our calendar talk for today. Thank you for following along. All right, so I have a little mini game for you. It's very similar to what we did last week, where my roommate Shay was juggling a soccer ball. She was kicking the ball up with both of her feet, and we counted how many times she was able to kick the ball up. Okay, so this game it's almost the exact same, or it is the exact same. You're just going to be counting how many times she's able to juggle the ball. All right, so get ready because I will play the video soon. All right, I will play it one more time, okay? So double check your work and count again. How many juggles did you see? How many times did Shay kick the ball? Did you count 16? Because that's how many times she was able to kick the ball up. So nice job if you were able to count 16. Okay, so let's go ahead and read our learning target before we start our lesson. This is actually our learning target for the whole week. We are actually going to be focusing on the same learning target all week throughout our lessons, okay? So please read it with me. I can find ways to make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So again, that is our learning target for the whole week. We're really focusing on taking a number, breaking it apart maybe, and finding 2 different numbers that when we put them together makes a number. So for example, for 10, we want to find two numbers that make 10. And we're going to work on making 3, 4, and 5 now. So these are kind of like my cubes that I use to connect and do a lot of math demonstrations with. These are like this, okay? So in this case, this first one, let's look at this one. The first one is 3. We're going to try to find different ways to make 3. Okay, so if you notice, there's 1, 2, 3. There are 3 cubes already. But what I get to do is I get to color some of them in. I'm going to be using purple. So let me explain this a little bit more. These are just plain white cubes, okay? So what if I change the colors? I want to make this first one purple. If I could color that in a little bit more, I would, but I can't. But this first cube is going to be purple. So right now I have 1 purple cube and 2 white cubes. So then what does that tell me? Because how many cubes do I have total still? I still have 1, 2, 3. So in this case, what is this telling me? What 2 numbers make up 3? I have 1 purple cube and 2 white cubes. So this tells me 1 and 2 makes 3. Okay, so what if we switch it up though? So that's one way to make 3. I'm gonna erase because I wanna do a different color and everything. So I'm gonna do green this time. What if I colored in, not 1 this time, but 2? I'm gonna color in 2 green cubes. And I've left 1 white. So what numbers in this case make 3? Because there's still 3 cubes, right? I can label them again. 1, 2, 3. There's still 3 cubes. That hasn't changed, but I've just changed the color on some of them. So in this case, there are 2 green ones and 1 white cube. So what numbers make 3? 2 and 1 make 3. Nice job if you were able to get that. All right, I'm gonna do one more because there's one more combination that we haven't really talked about. What if I color in all of these cubes? I wanna make all 3 black. Okay. Now, how many cubes though how many cubes are black? There's still, okay, so there's 3 black cubes. How many are white now? How many did I leave white? None. None. So I'm gonna put 0 for none. So what numbers, if we put them together, they make 3. 3 and 0. So I want you to pay attention to that because I know a lot of my students would often forget about 0. How you can use 0 in order to make a new number. So 3 and 0 makes 3. So anything in 0 is just going to make whatever the original number that's being added to 0 is. So I could say 100 and 0 makes 100. 1,000 and 0 makes 1,000. 1,000,000 and 0 makes, it makes 1,000,000, yeah. All right, so I just wanted to point that out because I know a lot of my students often forget that and I don't want you to forget that, okay? All right, let's move into number 4. Let's find different ways to make 4. So let's start off. What if I'm coloring in 1 cube green? So if one of my cubes is green, how many of my cubes are white? How many cubes do I have total again? I'll label them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 4 cubes total still, and we're making 4. So if I turned one of them green, how many are white still? So 1 green and 1, 2, 3 white. So what two numbers make 4? 1 and 3. So 1 and 3 together makes 4. And something that you can always do is if you don't have cubes or anything like that, you have your fingers. So you could show 1 on one hand and 3 on the other, and then you put them together. How many fingers do you have now? Or you always have the same amount of fingers, but how many fingers are being held up now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 3 together makes 4. Nice job. All right, let's find a different way to make 4. Again, we are still sticking with 4 cubes. This time I want to take my purple and I'm going to color in not 1, but 2. So 2 cubes are colored in. 1 and 2. So I have 2 purple cubes now. 2 purple cubes. How many white cubes do I have now? Hopefully you counted 2. So 2 and 2 makes 4. And again, you can show that on your fingers. 2 fingers up, 2 more fingers up, put them together. You get 4. Nice job. All right, let's do another one. Let's color in, I'm gonna get a yellow. I wanna color in 1, 2, 3. So I'm coloring in 3 cubes now. And I'm making them yellow. All right, so I just told you, so I made 3 of them yellow. How many are white still? 1, hopefully you see 1. So what two numbers together make 4? 3 and 1 make 4. Nice job. All right, and then we cannot forget about if I want to color in all 4 of them and make them this like forest green color-esque. I want to color in all 4 of my cubes this green color. What two numbers make 4? 4 and 0. 4 and 0 make 4. So remember, anytime you say a number and 0, it's always going to equal or make that number. All right, so let's do 5. We've already seen some combinations of 5, but it does not hurt to go over them again. All right, so number 5. Let's start off by coloring in. I'm going to label them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that tells us we have 5 cubes, right? We're starting out with 5. I never take away any cubes. I never add any cubes. It all stays at 5. It's a really bad 5. All right, so with these 5 cubes, I want to color one of them black. So I'm going to color this one right here. I'm going to color this one in, and it's going to be black. So I can write 1 black cube. How many white cubes do I have now? You count 4. So 4 white cubes, 1 black cubes. What two numbers, if we put them together, make 5? 1 and 4. Again, 1 and 4 together makes 5. 1 and 4 is a great one. All right. I'm going to erase. So what if we do 2 green cubes? I'll fix my 2. Oopsie. All right, so now I've filled in 2 green cubes. How many white cubes do I have now? 2 green cubes and 1, 2, 3. 3 white cubes. So what two numbers, if we put them together, makes 5? 2 and 3. Nice job. That's, ooh, excuse me. I just bumped my elbow. That is 5 cubes total, or 5 fingers if you're using your fingers. All right, so now let's do, I want to color in 3 of my red, these cubes. I want to color them red. All right, I want to color in 3 of these cubes red. So I've gone ahead and done that. Okay, so now I have 3 cubes that are red. How many cubes are white? How many cubes did I leave white? So go ahead and write 3 cubes are red, and hopefully you saw 2 white cubes. So again, what are the 2 numbers that when we put them together makes 5? 3 and 2. So 3 and 2 makes 5. All right, nice job. Can you believe there's actually one more combination that I want to go over? So let's do, I'm going to do a pretty orange color. I'm going to color in 4 cubes now. 4 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I have 4 cubes colored in into this orange color. How many cubes did I leave white? So 4 orange cubes. How many white cubes are there? There's only one white cube. So what 2 numbers make 5? 4 and 1. Nice job. If you were to do that, if you modeled it on your fingers, that's awesome as well. All right. And then last but not least, we can never forget about our friend 0. So let's color in, or how about we do it this way? What if I color in 0? If I color in 0 cubes, what 2 numbers make 5? So 0 cubes are colored in, and I was going to color them blue, but you can't really see the blue. So if we have 0 and what makes 5? Think back at what I told you about 0. Look maybe at the examples already on the page. 0, I have 0 cubes colored in. How many are white then? 5. Nice job if you really get that. So I colored in 0 cubes, but that still left 5 white cubes. So my 2 numbers are 0 and 5 make 5. And again, you can show that on your fingers. 0 on this hand, 5 on this hand. You put them together, you get 5. All right, nice job for following along. I am going to stop there. I know our learning target talked about making other numbers too, bigger numbers like 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10 even. But that we will go over that in tomorrow's lesson, okay? So thank you so much for following along with our lesson and making different combinations of 3, 4, and 5. You did an awesome job. I hope to see you tomorrow as we continue making bigger numbers.
Bienvenidos, amigas y amigos, a nuestra nueva semana de aprendizajes. ¿Cómo están? ¿Disfrutaron su fin de semana? ¿Hicieron cosas entretenidas? Me alegro mucho. Esta semana tendremos nuevamente 4 clases de matemáticas para aprender todos juntos. Y como todas las semanas, comenzamos con nuestro día lunes y nuestro calendario. Recuerden que después del calendario comenzamos a trabajar, así que necesitan papel y lápiz o una pizarrita y marcadores, como ustedes prefieran, ¿ok? Aquí vamos. Hola otra vez. Comenzamos entonces con nuestro calendario. ¿Recuerdan en qué mes estamos? Comienza con la letra J y es el mes de julio. Recuerden que en el mes de julio estamos en la estación de verano y estamos en el año 2020 todavía, porque nuestras clases han sido solo hasta ahora en el mes de julio y en el año 2020. Nuestra última clase fue el día jueves 23 de julio. El viernes 24 de julio no tuvimos clase y después el fin de semana fue el sábado 25 de julio y el domingo 26 de julio. Por lo tanto, volvemos a hoy, lunes. Si ayer fue 26 de julio, ¿qué día será hoy? 26, un día más, quiere decir que le agregamos uno más. Hoy es lunes y le agregamos un día más al 26. 26 más 1 es 27. Pero tenemos que decidir si utilizamos nuestro cangrejo 27, nuestro pez con 27 o nuestro delfín con 27. ¿Qué creen ustedes? Tenemos que ver nuestra secuencia. ¿Están listos para acompañarme? Vamos. Pez, cangrejo, delfín. Pez, cangrejo, delfín. Pez, cangrejo, delfín. Pez, cangrejo, delfín, 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 pez, cangrejo. ¿Cuál corresponde ahora? Delfín. Muy bien. Ponemos nuestro delfín aquí. Y mañana, si hoy es lunes, ¿qué día será mañana? Mañana es martes y veremos qué nos corresponde mañana, ¿ok? Ahora comencemos nuestra clase. Como todas nuestras clases, vamos a repasar un poquito qué fue lo que aprendimos la semana pasada. Y dice así nuestra primera página, dice, bienvenidos a una nueva semana de aprendizajes. La semana pasada aprendimos ¿recuerdan a qué? A conectar la cantidad con el número que correspondía, ¿recuerdan? Contábamos los objetos y lo uníamos con el número correspondiente. Y también estuvimos practicando y contando y diciendo cada nombre de los números y contamos hasta el 10, luego avanzamos hasta el 15, 5 más, y finalmente le agregamos 5 más y repasamos hasta el número 20. Hoy, nuestra meta es diferente. Nuestra meta de hoy dice así, podremos crear. Crear significa crear, formar, inventar combinaciones de números para formar 3, 4 y 5. Combinaciones quiere decir que podemos mezclar algunos números, juntarlos para formar otro número. Vamos a subrayar esto un poquito mejor. Ahí sí, combinaciones de números para formar los números 3, 4 y 5. Y podremos crear el mismo 3, 4 y 5 de diferentes formas, de diferentes o distintas formas. ¿Están listos? Comencemos entonces. Dice maneras de formar el número 3, que es el primero. Maneras de formar el número 3. ¿Cómo podemos formar el número 3? Y aquí nos dice, podemos formar el 3 si juntamos el 1 con el 2. Si formamos el 1 con el 2 y los juntamos, ¿nos da cuántos? 1, 2 y 3. Exactamente. ¿Cómo lo podemos ver aquí con nuestras estrellas, cierto? La otra forma de hacerlo es al revés. El 2, juntamos 2 y 1 o 2 y 1. Esas dos formas nos dan 3. Y aquí lo podemos ver Vamos a cambiar nuestro lápiz para poder escribir. Y nos está diciendo una estrella de color rojo. Le agregamos 2 estrellas de color verde y nos van a dar ¿cuántas? Contemos. Ups, no se cambió el lápiz. Contemos. 1, 2 y 3. Por lo tanto, si juntamos el 1 y el 2, nos da 3. Qué fácil, ¿cierto? Veamos la de acá abajo. Tenemos 2 estrellas rojas, 1 y 2, y le agregamos una estrella más, la de color verde, y también nos da 1, 2 y 3. Por lo tanto, los estamos combinando ¿de cuántas formas? De 2 formas. 1 y 2 o 2 y 1. Una estrella más 2 estrellas nos da 3. Y 2 estrellas más una estrella también nos da 3. Por lo tanto, para formar el número 3 solo hay 2 formas. 1 y 2 o 2 y 1. Nuestro siguiente número dice maneras de formar el número 4. Y la primera dice 1, pongan sus deditos conmigo, 1 y 3. Si juntamos el 1 con el 3, nos da 1, 2, 3, 4. ¡Excelente! Y ahora, 2 y 2. Si juntamos el 2 con el 2, nos da 1, 2, 3, 4. La siguiente forma es 3 y 1. Si los juntamos, nos da 1, 2, 3 y 4. Todas estas formas, esas 3 combinaciones, nos sirven para formar el número 4. Y lo podemos ver aquí en nuestros círculos. Tenemos 1 rojo y 1, 2 y 3 azules. 1 rojo y 3 azules, ¿cuánto nos dan total? Ayúdenme a contar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Esa es una combinación y es la primera. Ahora, 2 rojos y 2 azules nos da, veamos, 1, 2 rojos, 1, 2 azules. Y ahora los contamos todos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Esa es otra combinación que también nos da 4. Y la última, 1, 2, 3. Tenemos 1, 2, 3 rojos y 1 azul. Y si los juntamos y los contamos, 1, 2, 3, 4, nos da el 4 también. Por lo tanto, tenemos 3 combinaciones para formar el número 4. Y es como cuando sumamos. ¿Recuerdan que decíamos sumar es juntar? Ahora lo estamos haciendo. Y la primera combinación es 1 y 3, los juntamos, nos da 4. La segunda es 2 y 2, los juntamos y nos da 4. Y la última es 3 y 1, y al juntarnos también nos da 4. Ahora dice así, maneras de formar el número 5. ¿Y cuántas maneras para formar el número 5 tenemos? 1, 2, 3 y 4. La primera es 1 y 4. Y los juntamos, nos da 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. La segunda forma es 2 y 3. Las juntamos y nos da 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. La tercera forma de formar 5 es 3 y 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5, porque al juntarlos da 5. Y la última es 4 y 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. No importa el orden, pero estas 4 formas, estas 4 combinaciones nos sirven para formar el número 5. ¿Están listos para practicarlo con nuestros cuadrados que salen acá? Tenemos un cuadrado naranjo y tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4 cuadrados azules. Por lo tanto, 1 y 4 nos dan, ayúdenme a contar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excelente. Nuestra siguiente combinación aquí dice 2 cuadrados naranjos más 3 cuadrados azules nos da, contemos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 otra vez. Por lo tanto, 2 y 3 nos da 5. Y ahora 1, 2, 3 cuadrados naranjos más 2 cuadrados azules, ¿cuánto nos dará? 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5 también. Me quedó un 5 más grande. Y la última combinación sería 1, 2, 3 y 4, más 1 nos da 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. Entonces, para formar el número 5, ¿cuántas combinaciones tenemos? 1, 2, 3 y 4 diferentes combinaciones. Excelente. Necesitamos un descanso. ¿Están listos? Vamos a descansar con nuestra adivinanza del día. Recuerden, la semana pasada hicimos adivinanzas sobre animalitos. Esta semana las adivinanzas son sobre cosas que hay en nuestra casa. ¿Están listos? Como siempre, yo leo y ustedes escuchan y después leemos todos juntos. ¿Listos? Aquí vamos. Dice así, adivinanza del día. Aunque tengo 4 patas, yo nunca puedo correr. Tengo comida encima y no la puedo comer. Hmm. ¿Listos para leer conmigo? Y aquí dice, ¿quién soy? Ahora ustedes lean conmigo. Adivinanza del día. Aunque tengo 4 patas, yo nunca puedo correr. Tengo la comida encima y no la puedo comer. ¿Quién soy? ¿Qué creen ustedes? 4 patas, no puede correr, tiene la comida encima, pero no la puede comer. ¿Ya lo saben? ¿Están seguros? Voy a sacar la estrella a ver si es lo que ustedes creen que es. Es un objeto, algo de la casa. La mesa, claro que sí. Miren, la mesa tiene 4 patas. No puede correr. Ponemos la comida sobre la mesa, pero ella no puede comer. Buen trabajo. Vamos a seguir trabajando entonces. Y ahora nos dice, ¿cuántas estrellas nos faltan para formar 5? Ahora lean ustedes conmigo. ¿Listos? ¿Cuántas estrellas nos faltan para formar el número 5? Tenemos nuestra estrella roja, que es la que nos va a ayudar a combinar y rellenar las estrellas que nos faltan para formar el número 5. ¿Están listos? Contemos primero. 1, 2, 3, 4. ¿Cuántas estrellas nos faltan en el 4? ¿Con qué número va combinado para hacer el 5? Aquí nos está dando una pista. ¿Cuántos cuadrados vacíos quedan? Escríbalo en su cuaderno. ¿Cuánto nos faltan? Tenemos 4 más, igual que acá, 4 más. ¿Cuánto nos faltan? Muy bien, solo una. La vamos a poner aquí. Y vamos a sacar una estrellita roja y la vamos a poner. Por lo tanto, sabemos que, vamos a escribir acá, 4 más una estrellita es igual a 5. Muy bien. ¿Cuántas estrellitas nos faltarán acá abajo? Tenemos 1 y 2 estrellas amarillas. ¿Cuántas nos faltan para completar 5? ¿Cuántas creen ustedes? Veamos. 1, 2 y 3. Eso quiere decir que, ¿cuántas estrellitas amarillas tenemos? 2 más, ¿cuántas rojas tenemos? 2 más 3 es igual a, veamos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Esa sería nuestra otra combinación. 2 más 3 es igual a 5. La primera era 4 más 1 es igual a 5. Vamos con la siguiente. Tenemos una estrellita amarilla. ¿Cuántas nos faltan para completar las 5? Veamos. 1, 2, 3 y 4. Excelente. Y ahora vamos a escribir. ¿Cuántas amarillas tenemos? 1 más ¿cuántas rojas? 1, 2, 3, 4 es igual a 5. Excelente trabajo. Vamos con la siguiente. Tenemos 1, 2, 3 estrellitas amarillas. Por lo tanto, ¿cuántas nos faltan para llegar al 5? Nos falta 1 y nos faltan 2. Excelente. Y ahora rellenamos aquí nuestra ecuación numérica. Tenemos 3 amarillas más, ¿cuántas rojas? Muy bien, 2. 3 más 2 es igual a 5. Ahí están nuestras combinaciones para formar 5. 4 más 1 es igual a 5, 2 más 3 es igual a 5, 4 más 1 es igual a 5 y 3 más 2 también es igual a 5. Excelente. Llegó la hora de despedirnos, queridos niños y niñas. Pero, ¿qué aprendimos hoy? Hoy aprendimos a crear combinaciones para formar el número 3, el número 4 y el número 5. ¿Recuerdan? 2 y 1 forman 3. O 1 y 2 forman 3. Dijimos 3 y 2 forman 5. O 4 y 1 forman 5 también, ¿cierto? Mañana aprenderemos a crear combinaciones para formar números, pero hasta el 10. Así que quiero que vayan a casa, ahora en casa practiquen cómo podemos formar los números con juguetes. Puede ser con legos, puede ser con frutas. Si tengo 2 uvas y junto 3 uvas más me da 5. Tengo 2 legos y 2 legos más, los junto y me dan 4. Así que a practicar y nos vemos mañana. Adiós.